GI TV is brought to you by KWA, G&G Armament, Operation Lion Claws, Palco Sports, ICS, and Javelin Airsoft Gunworks.
Alright, this is Milspec Monkey, take 4 in 3, 2, Bob! Bob! Bob!
Yeah?
We're live!
What?
You're on air!
Oh, hey! Hi, GI TV. I'm Bob the Axeman Hildebrand. Very happy to be back here again today, especially wearing my Nerf Kill shirt. But I'm actually going to talk to you about a company whose products I really appreciate, namely Milspec Monkey. Now, if you haven't heard of them, they make a wide variety of stuff, shirts, pouches, hats, and a lot of different patches. I'm a big fan of their patches. This is one right here, but let me give you a little bit of history about the company before we go too in-depth on their products. Now, Milspec Monkey was founded by a fellow who is the handle DJ Monkey Boy. That's when he was a public DJ out in the Midwest, but he decided to move out here to the West Coast and shorten the name down to Monkey so that he could work with the Army game project. Now, if you're not familiar with what that is, those are the developers, or at least the folks that work on the game, America's Army. Now, I've played that game quite a bit. I'm a big fan of it, especially for the fact that it is mostly free, but it also teaches you a lot of the day-to-day life of the U.S. Army and what they do, just as far as promotions, training, a lot of other stuff goes. So a very informative video game while at the same time being very, very entertaining. Now, that got him into being a Department of Defense contractor. So he does a lot of work with them as far as like making pouches, patches, and well, working on that video game. But I like his products, so I'm going to bring up the first one right here. This is a Milspec Monkey t-shirt. It's got milspecmonkey.com and his logo on there. I would highly suggest you check out his website. It's got a lot of information on current and former rigs like vests, pouches, plate carriers, and whatnot. Very informative, got a lot of pictures, got a lot of information. But on the back is a Major League door kicker image. Pretty darn awesome. I think it looks pretty badass. So we've got a variety of those t-shirts. We also have a Maxpedition Milspec Monkey admin pouch. This thing has a lot of different folds. You can put a lot of stuff in here, surprisingly, because it's very thin right when you pull it out of the package, but very tough piece of kit right there. He also makes, these are Infidel Strong bracelets. You've heard of Live Strong. This is Infidel Strong. Now, what I have on my head right now is a Milspec Monkey Cool Guy Hat Deluxe. I am a huge fan of this. I have one in green and tan, and I use them when my family and I go hunting. So it's not often, but it is good enough to where I love taking it out every year, for the least of which is the fact that it has integrated earplugs. So pretty nice, and when you're done with them, you just pull them out, hit these buttons on the side, and they both go up out of your way. Very, very easy to use in a hunting situation. But it's also got a lot of Velcro space on here, Velcro real estate. As you can see, you've got pouches or Velcro area right there and on the top, and there is some on the back right there with a little carry handle. So very useful, very, very comfortable use. But another thing he makes is a large patch book. Now, this may seem absurd for a lot of you out there that don't go to a lot of milsim operations, but each time you go to a new operation, you get a new really cool patch, and it's kind of cool to just, I guess, save all those patches and just drive down memory lane by using this patch book. So we've got a quick example of a lot of the patches that Milspec Monkey makes himself, but don't worry, stay tuned till the end of the video. We're going to go over all these patches in a quick montage so you can see all the stuff he has to offer. But this is really cool if you just kind of want to save a lot of the events you've been to, or if you have a lot of cool patches you switch on and off your stuff. This is a really easy way to carry it, and it's just kind of fun to look at every now and again. But last, and certainly not least, is the Beta Project Limited Edition Milspec Monkey MOE Carbine. This is a pretty cool gun, not the least of which because it has a lot of Magpul PTS furniture. As you can see, it's got a Magpul PTS front hand grip, we also have a Magpul PTS stock. We also have Magpul or MOE front hand grip, which is texturized, which I really like. Makes it a lot harder to fall out of your grip. And we also have Milspec Monkey trademarks on this side and the other one. And we even have a Magpul special fire selector. Very cool, never seen one on a gun before, and it does come with a PMAG and a small feature which maybe most players don't appreciate, but I do, is a functional charging handle and bolt release. That makes it easier to access the hop-up. Pretty darn awesome, very solid feeling gun, and I really do like all the cool Magpul furniture that comes on it. So I would highly suggest, just for entertainment value alone, checking out all the stuff that Milspec Monkey has to offer on AirsoftGI.com. He's got just a wide bevy of patches that you can look at. Some of them are funny, some of them are serious, some you don't really know. So make sure to check it out if you have a little bit of free time. I would highly suggest checking out his shirts as well. I'm Bob the Axeman Hildebrand, and this is GI TV. Airsoft GI TV would like to thank Condor Outdoor, Elite Force, Contour Camera, Aries by Z-Shot, G-Code Holsters, and Vism by NC Star.
And that's a wrap, Bob. All right, good take on that one. Bob, we're done. We're done, Bob. We're cut.
I can't hear what you're saying.
We're cut, Bob. We're cut. We're done.
I don't know what that means.
We're done. We're going to leave. Take the earbuds out of your ears. We're done. We're done. We're going to go home now. Or you can stay.
Yeah, no.
We're going to go.
I'll stay.
All right, we're just going to shut the lights off then. Just gonna get out of here, Bob. So.
Kind of want to play with this. Can you leave one on?
Yeah, we'll leave one on for you, Bob. See you next time.
Feels like Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you. But it's literally just one light.